Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. And today we're going to be doing a little review of the Tmat trunk bed organizer storage system slide out mat. Now this fits truck beds from 6 foot to 6 foot 5 inches long, but there's different sizes you can purchase. And I'm just going to take you through the features and show you how the Tmat system works and explain why we got this particular system for the truck. This is designed to fit in my 2021 Ram Bighorn 1500 pickup, which is a quad cab. Not the crew cab, it's a quad cab. So it's a little bit different style. And sometimes you can get, I'm having some trouble finding some accessories to fit it because it's not quite the popular size that you tend to see, whereas your crew cab tends to be a lot more popular out there these days. But I'm finding some accessories, and this Tmat's going to work great for it. So before we open it up and do an unboxing, put it together and show you what we're going to do with it, just some facts and figures on it, what you need to know. It is plastic, it is black, it is made by the company Tmat in the USA. This particular mat is going to measure 76 inches by 50 by 1 inch thick. So 76 inches long, 50 inches wide, 1 inch thick. Now you do get these blockers that come along with it, and I will show you some pictures of those. They plug in, I don't know, it says it comes with 4 solid blockers. I do believe I might have some extra blockers in the box. The blockers are what you use to basically section off the mat, which allows you to secure your cargo. And that's the whole idea, is if you travel around with a lot of different gear and you don't want stuff rolling around in your truck bed, especially if you do maybe some high-speed driving or some curves or corners, things get thrown all over the place and you don't want that, this is going to allow you to basically lock in the different items that you're using, that you take with you. And with us, with the business that I run and so on, there's a lot of different types of gear and equipment we're going to take with us that I don't want flying around in the bed of the pickup truck. It does say that it is a smooth surface, heavy duty mat. It says it allows you to easily slide the cargo across your Tmat and into place. And it's also supposed to slide out easily, I know, on a painted surface or like a Line-X, truck bed, Rhino lining surface. It should slide out. I've got a rubber Ram mat in the back, so we're going to see how easy it is to slide it out on that. And I'm sure if you add any weight to it, that's probably going to make it more difficult. I don't see myself needing to slide the mat out, but that's one of the features of it, is it does slide out easily, so you can pull it to your bed or pull it to your tailgate and get the stuff you need and basically push it back in. It says quick assembly, no tools required. It basically just kind of links together. It says it takes less than 5 minutes. It does say installation does require drilling or modifying your vehicle. We'll see what that's all about. You can bolt them into place if you want to, so that the mats themselves don't move. I don't think we're going to do that right now. We're just going to simply put it in place and see what happens. Easy removal and highly configurable. And again, it does vary. The price is going to vary depending on the size of the bed of the pickup truck. They can vary anywhere from like $200 for more of an SUV size up to $400 if you have an 8-foot bed for your truck. But it's cool that Tmat offers these options. So there are a variety of accessories that you can plug into the Tmat system when you buy into it. And you can get things like barrel holders and the chock blocks and so on to keep those items locked down into place. Okay, so that's enough of my chat. Let's go ahead and get started and check out and see what we got going on here. The other thing I like about it is if you need your bed back, you could easily disassemble it if you wanted to, or you could simply just remove the whole mat itself and then you're all set to go. Let me check the guarantee here real quick, and I'll tell you what's in my particular order, and we'll kind of take a look and see what's going on here. So, all right. Then we're going to install it and show you what it looks like. Now you do get your assembly instructions with it, and it does say that they tell you to stack the panels, how to lock everything into place. It does say that the Tmat's only designed to assist in securing cargo in your vehicle. It's not designed to contain tall or heavy items such as refrigerators, appliances, pallets of freight, and so on. Yeah, that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at maybe boxes when I go to the firing range, boxes of product to haul for the business that I've started up and so on. Now I've also got so I've got a 4-pack of stationary blockers in the box. I've got the actual organizer itself, and then I've got the adjustable blockers, a 2-pack, and that allows you to, if you have kind of an off size and you need to make a very fine adjustment to lock something into place, you can do that too. So you're not just locked in literally to one size of blockers. So let's go ahead and get those out and take a look at them. So here are your blockers that you get when you get these. So I've got a bunch of those. I'm going to go ahead and get these out of the box. They're a nice thick plastic. Looks like about a 1/4 inch thick. Okay, let's get those out of the box and we'll continue. And I've got 8 of those total. 4 of them come with it, and then we got an additional 4 that we ordered. I don't remember the price of those. You guys are gonna have to check online and see what they are when you look it up. And then we got the adjustable blockers, which are really cool. So these are going to allow you to set the width of lock-in, which is really cool. And then to show you the bottom, here's what it locks into. So it uses like an X system, almost kind of like a Lego kind of thing, where it's going to plug in there and lock into place, and you can get it where you want it. Okay, so that's what we have for the adjustable blockers. They seem to be like a decent plastic, essentially. It's dirty. Okay, that's interesting. Might just been from shipping. Okay. They don't come packed in any kind of plastic. You do get a mallet, which is cool. You get an actual Tmat edition mallet. That's cool, so you can hammer them down into place when you're putting them together. I like the fact they actually give you the freaking tool to put it together. That's cool. All right, you got 2 more of those adjustable blockers. And like I said, I believe those were an extra accessory. You got your little end pieces to make it fit specifically how you want it to. And let's just get one of the plates out here and just take a look at it. So here's your actual plate itself. This is a very rigid plastic. I mean, I'm pressing on it. It's not going to bend at all. Nice and deep. You've got some texture on the top, so it's not going to be slick. And you can see how they're going to lock into place. You almost have like a dovetail style system right here that's going to latch in as you put the panels across and hammer them down. I do like that. All right, so that's very cool. And I got a bunch of them in here. What else do I have in the box? Some different sizes. Okay, those are all, yeah, these are all your end pieces. If you get a bunch of those, we're probably gonna end up lining it with these, I'm gonna imagine, or these are what you use to get that fine-tooth fit that you're looking for. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and just clean up the bed of the truck. I'm gonna go ahead and put this together in the bed of the truck, and then we'll bring it back and take a look at it. I don't have a lot of stuff to put in it right now, but I will. And so we can maybe just throw a couple boxes in there and show you what it's gonna look like and the adjusters and so on. But right now, I do like what I see. And there's also your holes here. If you want to screw this down, say you wanna screw this onto a wood frame, you could do that in the bed of your truck. Maybe get some green treated lumber, then screw this into it. That would just keep it secure into place. Since I have a tonneau cover, I'm not really worried about this getting wet or getting too dirty. I can take the tonneau cover off if I need it, but this will basically be more or less debris free and dirt free. If I'm using it, you could spray it out if you want to, hose it out if you want to. It's gonna be fine that route too to keep it clean. All right, so let's go ahead and get it assembled and we will be right back. So this just shows you what the bed looks like beforehand. And I got that rubber mat that's in here like I mentioned before. I'm going to sweep this out and clean it up a little bit. It's a little beat up. Eventually we're going to get a Line-X lining in this and get that taken care of. But okay guys, so when you start putting this together, they do recommend that the male dovetails are going to be facing the bottom and the left the whole time you put these together. So I'm essentially going to be putting together rows of 6 panels, and then those are going to go straight back this way, and then I'm going to attach. It's going to go all the way across. So probably going to be about 4 rows wide. And then these little spaces on the right side, obviously I can't get a full-size panel in there, so they give you those little half-size panels to put in there to definitely fine-tune it and fill out that entire bed. So this is kind of a before, and we'll come back and give you guys an after. They go together with no problems, but for the 6'4" bed that I have on this truck, we're looking at going 6 panels deep. All right, hang tight. Okay guys, so pro tip, I recommend putting it together on concrete, flat concrete as you hammer it together. That way everything goes nice and flat together. If you try to do this in the truck bed, you know, the ridges in your truck bed could cause some issues. So we're essentially just putting the pieces together and hammering from left to right a little bit at a time, and then going right to left and then basically finishing it off. And if it's on a nice flat sidewalk, like what you see right here, it's gonna go together with no issues, and then you can just toss it in the bed of your truck. Put these 2 sections together either before or after you put it in the truck, and you're all set to go. All right guys, and so here she is installed. Does fill up a pretty good chunk. I'd say probably 80% of the floor is going to be covered. There's a couple things I want to point out. So the only issue I'm running into is that this piece right here, see how I'm going 3 wide? And over here I go 3 wide. It's too wide to fit in here properly, so I'm probably going to take 1 off. If it's going to work, leave 3 on that side, do 2 on this side, or just do 2 and 2. It's not the end of the world, but that's going to leave a little bit more exposed on the right side. But again, it's not a big deal. It is off just a little tiny bit, and I've got this pressed all the way to the back. And notice that the dovetails are down here, so that side is completely flat, so it will not go down any further, but you do have really good coverage between the wheel wells. I'm very impressed with it so far. We're together with no problems at all, and the free mallet that was included, that was a nice little bonus. And if you do need to pop these apart, it's not hard. You can just flip them over. If you've got decent hand strength, you can pretty much just pop them back out, or you could tap them back out if you want to, because I did make one mistake on one row when I put it together. I did it backwards, not a big deal. But I really do dig it. It's pretty cool. As for pulling it out, I'm not too worried about that. I'm not really gonna do that. I like that towards the back. It kind of locks the mat in, so I don't have to worry about the mat sliding out. They do recommend that you don't drive with your tailgate down if you have the mat system installed. And that's simply because things could fly out that are not necessarily, you know, ratcheted down or whatnot. Also, if you don't have your setup like me, if you just got a straight up rectangle, this could potentially slide out. So it has no trouble sliding on the rubber mat, but I like those pieces in the rear, like I said, because that's going to ensure that they don't move. So I might even go maybe 4 on one side and 3 on the other, but right now it is nice and symmetrical. So let me go ahead and take that piece off, and then we'll put the blocks in and show you what it looks like. All right, so I went ahead and pulled them off from the sides. It was necessary in order for it to clear the back. Even if I trimmed this, it wouldn't have mattered. In order to get this to clear the metal, I had to take one off each side. So what I did is I took the 4 remaining parts and put them on the bottom, and this basically is gonna keep it locked up against the back. And then when I shut the tailgate, there's maybe just like a 1/2 inch of play, and that's about it. Not even so much when you close the tailgate. So let's go ahead and do a little tailgate test here real quick. Yep, no issues at all. Let's go and check it from the side here. Yep, we got ourselves about a 1/2 inch or an inch from the back of the tailgate, and actually this mat's gonna come off. It's not gonna stay in there, so there you go, it's looking good. All right, now we'll put the blocks in. All right guys, so here we go when it's all said and done. As I've discovered, a bunch of items that I own don't necessarily fit the 4 corners perfectly, so these adjustables are really nice to have because they expand out. You can basically make it however you want. I could probably get by with just 2 of these, but I just have them up against the left side just to show you what they look like. And the back corner back there, it is fairly snug, but it's off just a little bit on one side, which is fine. And again, that has nothing to do with the mat system. That's because of the size of the cargo I'm taking. I got a cooler in here. It is fairly secure, but as you can see, we've got some room on the right-hand side. So I would use more of these adjustables if I bought anything. I'd probably buy like maybe another 4 of those, but these are gonna be great. And then first of all, I don't exactly know what I'm traveling with just yet. So when I do travel, you know, maybe taking a dog kennel with me, a generator, things like that, that kind of stuff, I can get it tailored exactly how I want it. And I can order more of those adjusters if I want them. So overall, this is a very, very cool design, very usable. For the space, especially if you travel with a lot of gear and you don't want stuff rolling around all over the place. Okay guys, so final thoughts. If you're somebody that needs to organize a lot of different items in your truck bed and you don't want stuff rolling around, consider going with the Tmat system. Like I said, this item was given to me as a gift. And I'd also like to send a special shout out to my sweetheart that got this for me for the truck. Baby, I love it, it's awesome, and we're definitely gonna see how it works. Let's talk about the return policy. So you've got a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee, except you have to pay for the return shipping, which would probably cost you around 30 bucks or so if you go through UPS. I checked out the 1 and the 2-star reviews. The biggest complaints that I saw were people upset about water collecting in the little notches. And here's the thing, guys, it does say in the instruction manual that this is designed for a covered truck bed. It's not designed, I mean, you can leave it open if you want to, but obviously the elements are going to get in those little plus symbols that you plug into. So you really can't get past that part of the physics, but with me having a tonneau cover, it's not a big deal. If it ever gets rained on, you could always just take the mat out and flip it over and drain it out, let it sit out in the sun for an hour or 2 and it's gonna dry out. Or maybe take like a hairdryer to it if you're that anal about it. For me, it's not going to bother me, so I think that's not going to be an issue. The other complaint that people had is they said it looks like some of those caps are 3D printed. Mine don't appear to be that way. Mine appear to be basically molded, impact-resistant plastic. So somebody said maybe they're trying to cut corners or something like that. That was as of December of 2023, I think. So it's been a while. So hopefully they went back to like an injection molded plastic or ABS impact-resistant plastic. That's what mine looks like. Nothing looks to be 3D printed to me. The other complaint is that if you got really heavy, tall items, those little corner clamps are not going to hold it in place. It's essentially going to roll over the top, or it's going to cause those clamps to wiggle out and fall out. We'll see. We'll give it 6 months of use and see if any of those ever come out and see what happens. I'm going to have them in there daily, and I'll be hauling a lot of different stuff between now and 1 year from now. So maybe we'll give you a 6-month update, say around, I don't know, maybe May or June or something like that. Maybe April or May, we'll give you an update and see how it goes. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with it. Again, made in the USA product. I wish it would have a lifetime guarantee with it. I think for what you're paying for it, which is, you know, anywhere between $200 and $400, they should be able to cover it. Say if any of the dovetails would break, or if something would crack, or doesn't weather properly, that would be the big thing. But if you keep it covered, in theory, the weathering should not be much of an issue unless you live in extreme climates where you've got massive temperature fluctuations and humidity. So we'll see how it holds out. So otherwise, guys, this is my quick unboxing and install and overview of the Tmat Versatile Cargo Management System. And anyways, guys, I think they're made in Ohio, if I'm not mistaken, so check them out over there online. And yeah, we'll go from there. So guys, thanks for watching. I want you to like and subscribe. I want you to make sure that you check out the playlist. We got a lot of great videos on the channel, and I'll give you an update on this cargo system here in a few months. So I want you guys to have fun. I want you to be safe, and as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye.